Aside from the first couple of questions, all of them, from my perspective, I heard the question and I hear people questioning her story. None of it has to really do with the prosecution theory. It all has to do with her story, her version of what was taking place. For example, did the closet door have a lock on it? If it didn't, how did you have time to get the gun if Travis was chasing you? Why didn't you call 911? You called 911 on your ex-boyfriend when he attacked you. Why didn't you call 911 when Travis Alexander attacked you? Did you take pictures of any of the injuries? Did anyone that you know make comments about these bruises or injuries that you suffered at the hands of Travis Alexander? Let me bring in Jason Lamb because he's a criminal defense attorney. He may see the world differently than I do. Jason, aside from the first couple questions about the trips and who's paying for the trips, once we got past that, from my perspective, it all is questioning her story.
Yeah, I agree with you, Vinny. They've got a lot of questions. I think Juan Martinez would like to have them deputized as deputy county attorneys right now. But let's talk about paying for the trip. What does that tell you? Power, control. Someone's thinking about the domestic violence. He's paying, he controls.
Let me read that. Let me read the question that you're talking about. I've got the question in front of me, just so that the folks at home know what we're talking about here, Jason. Then I'll give you the floor. And here was the first question out of the box. Did Mr. Alexander pay for the majority of your trips? If he did pay, was that a factor in you questioning his choices? Was it his money, his choices? So that's where we started. And all these were read in the order that they were handed in that bin. All right, Jason, so what's your point as relates to that one question?
You know, and that talks about the themes of control and dominance that we'll hear from the domestic violence experts. And she talked about paying him back by doing housekeeping and her submissiveness. Again, I don't think it's a deal breaker, but I think we're starting to understand what's going through the jurors' minds.